Hey, welcome back to Atwood's Garage. I know it's been a while. Life's been busy. Got COVID. Got real sick for a good while. I'm just now getting back to feeling better. On my Jeep here, when I put the 5.3 and the 4L65E in, I kept my Jeep 231 transfer case because I put a 6 pinion in it, a wide chain, and an SYE. And it only had a few hundred miles before I did the swap. I used a Dakota Digital speedometer converter box to convert from the Jeep Hall effect VSS signal to the GM variable reluctance signal or make a transmission shift. Did all the conversions, ran the numbers, etc., etc., etc. Unfortunately, it just didn't work right. It would shift and then it wouldn't shift. It would never shift out of first gear at full throttle. Run into rev line. So I've decided, after some internet sleuthing and digging around and some YouTubing, that I found that a 231C out of an S10, the 40-tooth reluctor wheel and sensor bolts to the back of the Jeep 231. In fact, they both use the same back half of the case. The 40-tooth reluctor wheel has the same spline count and diameter as the Jeep speedometer gear. You will need to, if you're using an SYE, make this spacer, which bolts onto a stock 231C output. It's 3/4 of an inch thick. There is a bearing on the inside. You have to make a small recess. I think it's 2.8 and change. And then the output seal was 2.7. This is actually the original seal out of the tail housing. It was brand new seal. I thought this was a reconditioned deal. So I whittled that up at my shop. Work, some spare time. As you can see, they are the same piece, but the big difference is, instead of having this massive hole for the Jeep speedometer, you have just a threaded hole for the Jeep VSS sensor. Now give me a timeout here and I will go show you under here, including my nice mess where I had my oil pan lifted up and it spilled on me, so I'll have to clean that up. Anyway, there is a 231C 40-tooth reluctor wheel on a Jeep SYE conversion shaft. It slides right on, no problems there. Clip goes back in place. So what we're going to do now is clean that housing off so I can read RTV my new output on there, the new cover. Fortunately, I don't have my VSS sensor yet, and I'm going to have to obviously pull back the Jeep wiring, and I do have the plug from when I bought all my harness for the 5.3 for the Jeep VSS. I need to get that wired in and get the Dakota box out. Anyway, this is just a quick video of where I'm at right now. Hang on and we'll get this thing bolted up a little further. Alright, we've got the cover back on, drive shaft reinstalled. I'll need to refill the transfer case and do the wiring, get the sensor put in, and of course make all the changes I need in the HP tuners. Sorry, I've gotten myself a bit of a cold today for some reason. Anyway, stick around for part 2. We'll do the wiring, get those changes made in HP tuners so it should run correctly, and hopefully here we will get a working shifting transmission. Also, I'm going to add a proc sensor inside my shifter here, so when it's in 4 low, it'll read the put a bar across here with a prox sensor so I can read when I'm in 4 low. It'll trigger an input on the PCM. Tell it's in 4 low, so the PCM will do the math for the conversion of the additional gear ratio of being in 4 low. So still shift correctly, whatever, but not like you run through all the gears when you're in 4 low, obviously. Anyway, this is Robert's. Excuse me. This is Atwood's garage. I'm Robert. This is my Jeep. This is one of my projects. Later on this year, or actually probably next year, you see I got a truck there. We'll do cab corners and rockers and bed sides. Fix that up. And eventually, we're going to get back on the F100. Lots of stuff to do. It's all time and money. You know how all that works. You know, a lot of you are all just like me. Just some guys working out of your garage, having some fun, enjoying yourselves, and staying out of trouble. This is Robert from Atwood's Garage. If you like what you see, please subscribe, like, comment below. You have a good evening.